Welcome to Backstage with Geoffrey Morrissey. I'm your host, Geoffrey Morrissey. It's our last interview of Boston Calling. The weather is as cold as the beer, but my company is amazing. I'm joined by Jamie and Joe from Pond. Guys, how are you today? And could you just state your name so that way our listeners can keep track of the voices?
This is Jamie.
And this is Joe. Oh, it's so good.
Man, we are very good. We're cold as shit.
I'm actually quite warm. I have a down jacket. I know it's bad, but it's fucking
This guy
good.
from Ireland is like favorite operating temperature is about
13 degrees.
Celsius. They don't
That's about
work
40
with that.
degrees Fahrenheit, I believe.
40.
Yeah.
Quick maths.
Sounds about right to me.
Man's
I'm
not
gonna tell
hot.
You're wrong. Yeah.
It's exponential instead of linear.
And then, who are y'all looking forward to seeing, or who did you enjoy seeing so far?
I'm enjoying listening to Thundercat right now in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That's very pleasant.
I'm looking forward to Eminem because last time I saw him, this cable going to his video rig caught fire and there was not meant to be any power going through it at all. So it was kind of an anomaly.
Wow.
And I'm thinking 2 out of 2, maybe another anomaly might happen.
That's
so.
the kind of magic that Eminem can manifest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely agree.
That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. And your album, The Weather, absolutely amazing record. It opens with a track called 30,000 Megatrons, and oh my God, what a way to start an album! It just sort of dives you right into the record. Did you ever consider another track to open the album with, or was it always going to be 30,000?
It seemed like the obvious front runner once it was there to set the tone for the record.
Mm-hmm.
But we do dance around with various, orders of songs, and I think Jay, our bassist and third member of Pond, 16th,
The third wheel.
he actually is meticulous in, a variety of set lists. So, yeah, I think it is a first song anyway.
Yeah, no, and
As
it's a
best you
great
can.
one. It's an awesome one too, and I think it's fair to say that this record, The Weather, is more pop. It has a more pop edge than most of your other stuff. Pop is really sort of having its moment in the limelight right now, it seems, with works like Lemonade, Lord's Melodrama. They're becoming more socially conscious. It's more sort of conceptual, just sort of very high art, if that makes sense. Did you feel a lot of pressure sort of entering into that pop arena when right now it seems like pop is at its height in 2018?
I don't know if we would usually get mentioned in the same sentences as Lemonade and whatnot, but
That's why you come to WATD.
yeah, what a treat. So what the fuck is going on here? They know what's popping.
Well, I've never even heard of the pop arena. Did you say it was?
Sort of like the pop, yeah, and by pop arena I mean like sort of the genre itself.
You had such a good 2 words together.
Oh, thank you.
Pop Arena.
Pop arena.
Pop arena. There's a nice ring to it.
It's your next album, Joe.
No, I never. No, not yet. I don't know, man. It's just like we don't think about. It's just what. I mean, you said it pretty good the other day when you were like, "We're still behind, like where we want to be, putting out music. We're almost to. It's like, we're too far ahead of. It takes too long to put stuff out there."
Yeah, I mean, we're very much inspired by Beyonce and, and current pop music. But we definitely didn't set out to make something that was like that, but we just try and do the best we can within our limited means, and
That's it.
yeah, and try and just make it a bit more refined and better every time.
And this one sounds great, and I think that's another thing that I sort of wanted to touch on. Everything with this record, everyone says it's a bit more refined, a bit more polished. That's sort of the narrative. When you guys will look back on this record, is that what you'll say this was the pop, the polished, refined record? How will you sort of look at it in your own words?
Well, I feel like this is the most cohesive one so far, like the lyrically and sonically it's all sort of the most focused. It's all kind of about, a lot of it's about one thing,
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like a lot about where we come from, you know, and what's going on there in our little pocket of the world in Western Australia.
It does seem like the most cohesive. That's a good word to use. But, you know, I think with this one we let Nick just take the lyrical reins. And no matter who had the song, we let Nick, like, for the most part, you know, do the lyrics. And it's a consistent theme, and he's got a really good way with words that, you know, just fucking, woo! I don't know, it makes me like, it's like I ate some bicarb soda and my mouth's all tingly or something. It's weird.
And some, what's the other thing you put in? Vinegar?
Vinegar?
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes the explosion.
Like the volcano.
Yeah, you make it
absolutely.
a science fair volcano.
There you go. That's what the Pawn record, The Weather, is like. It's like a science fair volcano. I like that a lot.
I can't wait to hear the new record, man.
A bit of like multicolour food dye in there, and you're like, that's a party.
Well, I agree with you. I can't wait to hear the new record too. Is there anything you could tell me about it?
I can tell you that it's
made.
Coming soon.
it's coming soon.
Nice.
It's Pond.
It's good. It's even more refined, I think. Like it's on the same trajectory, you know. Like
There we go.
but we've got a little bit closer to the sauce.
Yeah.
One step closer to the lemonade.
One step closer to lemonade. I like that a lot.
Absolutely.
I also have to give a compliment to the Scary Terry shirt. We're Game 7 tonight. This
Yeah.
airs. The fate will be decided. We don't know what it's yet. That's the benefit of living in the future when you're listening to this. You know how this pans out. How did this shirt sort of come about? Because I imagine Terry Rozier is not a big character in Perth, Australia.
No, I'm a big NBA fan.
Okay.
But also my name is Jamie Terry, so a good friend and fan of ours.
Melissa Craig.
Yeah, hooked us up with some teas, and this was one she picked out for me. I was very excited.
Nice. It's a damn good one too.
Yeah, and it's very excited for the game tonight as well.
Me too. It's gonna be a good one. And I feel bad. I've been peppering y'all with questions for the past 10 minutes. Do you have a question for each other, or a question for me, or anything like that?
What day is it?
What day is it? Sunday, I think. I think we're at day 3.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day.
Aye.
Sunday fun day to close out.
Let's
Monster
get
Moment.
litty.
Let's get litty. We'll save that for the game. How about that? And this is a question I've been asking every band I've had the pleasure of speaking with. What is y'all's either favorite or first memory of music? This festival is held on Memorial Day weekend, so we want to take a walk down memory lane.
Can I go first?
Of course.
My favorite one is, like, I just immigrated to Australia. It's 1994, and Garth Brooks came through Perth, and me, my mum, and I think my little brother got babysat because he was just a newborn, went to Garth Brooks, and I was on my dad's shoulders, and I waved at Garth, and Garth waved back at me. And afterwards we spent the night trying to follow around his limousine, but they lost us. And we weren't amber gamblers back then, so when it went amber, we let him go and went home. You know, Dad was like, "That's it," and that was it.
Wow.
Garth, man.
That's a tough one to top, Jamie.
Yeah. Do I probably shouldn't say anything, should I?
Probably. I don't want to silence you. That wasn't the point.
I didn't mean that. Yeah.
Nah, you know, where do you go from Garth? That can represent both of us, I think.
See, that's the funny thing. Garth Brooks, so popular in Australia, so popular in Europe. You come to the States, I mean, yeah, he does well, but not nearly as well as when he goes overseas. I always find that funny, because when I went to Ireland, that was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
The obsession with Garth Brooks. I'm like, I didn't even know people were still into
I
it.
mean, the music, you know, it's kind of like straight up and down. I'm sorry, Garth, I didn't mean it like that, but if I ever meet you, I'll tell you all about it. But you won't need to, because you play it.
Is he the one who had a whole psychedelic album at some point?
I don't know. I don't think so. But what I mean is his stage presence was like huge. You know, running around all kinds of ramps and playing country. It's great.
Didn't you say g'day to Paul McCartney one time?
Oh yeah, actually that was a pretty good one. Can I tell you one more?
Yeah, of course.
I was walking past old Paul McCartney and.
Casually.
Well, like I was trying to be. We were all rehearsing at this one kind of warehouse, you know, in LA, and I was trying to be like nonchalant, but I just couldn't help. He was looking at me in the eye as I was walking by, and I was like, "G'day, mate. How the fuck are you?" And he was like, "Oh, good." And then everyone was just like, "Fuck, Joe, you are too weird. You can't be talking to Paul McCartney like." How the fuck are ya? How the fuck are you, mate?
How the fuck are you, mate? How the fuck hate ya?
Yeah, how the fuck are ya?
That is awesome. Well, Garth Brooks and Paul McCartney, two avid listeners of my program. I know that they'll be happy to hear that.
They're two Joe stories. Sorry, Jamie. I'll let you go next time.
That's right. I like both of them.
You guys have to do a ton of press today. There's so many good sets to catch, and we're coming up on Game 7, so I'll leave you with this. Who are y'all listening to? Who's been spinning in the van?
In the van?
Or in the bus?
Steve Monite.
Eamon Junes.
Eamon Junes. The new ASAP Rocky.
Nice.
I've been listening to a bit of Dragon just for continuity.
Yeah. Just for continuity. I like that. I like that. Well, sweet. If you're not listening to The Weather by Pond, damn it, you should be. It's an amazing album. Jamie and Joe from that band have joined me today. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, Geoffrey.
You're amazing.